What is up, guys? Blunt Guts here. This is a Watch Your Realms video. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you so much for watching. We got Guild Wars here. As you can see, Rock and Roll has not been putting up much of a fight, unfortunately. We can take a look at how my defense has been doing. I did modify one of my defenses. I got a loss, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't get a loss. I guess they chipped away at me over these 5 fights that I won. So I am 6-0 right now. It seems like my team 2, which is this one down here, it is, I can show you the deployment. We can take a look here. Obviously, the battle power is not representative because I don't have the gear that was on them initially still equipped on these heroes, but I can show you the placement on here so you can just see what I did. This is a defense that we did see quite a bit of last time. Honestly, the defenses that I was kind of copying did have Cyrus set back instead of Isolde. I think that's probably more effective. In fact, not probably. It is objectively more effective. However, this is a decent substitute. And really, the reason that I kind of modified my defense, previously I did have Mari where Boreas is right now, and I did have Boreas in the spot where Maul is right now. So Maul, you can see his range. He's going to be able to cover everything on a vertical plane in front of him. Boreas has this massive range when the ultimate is used. However, he got nerfed a while back, and so I think it used to be a 4.5 tile range on his ultimate. It is now, I think, a 3.5 tile range. So they reduced it by 1 tile. It meant that by putting him back there, I just wasn't getting enough coverage on there. And so I did have success this time. I don't know that this is going to be something that would be effective against a tougher opponent, but it did seem to work this time. So I will stick with it next season when we do get back to some matches. I'll give that a go early on and see how that works. But Boreas being forward really expands his range of influence. And while we've got Maul here, and Maul is not as effective at slowing everybody as Mari is, he does do some damage, which is nice. And he does, the way I've got him built, he does have good rage regen, good attack speed. So I think he's up around, I can't look at it now, obviously, because I changed the gear, but I think he was up around like a little under 500 attack speed, decent attack, decent, obviously crit capped. He had, I think, about 50 or 60% rage regen on him as well, which when you combine that with the rage regen bonus that I am getting from the Pantheon, we're up around 100% rage regen on him, which is the point when it really does start to tail off pretty hard from diminishing returns. So Maul should be able to do a decent job of freezing and slowing everybody. Boreas is going to just whittle everybody down. He is stacked with massive attack. He can even take down well-geared Pharaoh guards with enough time. So he's going to do good work. I just wanted to make sure that he was able to kind of prevent the strategy that we used before was people were trying to fly over me. And so I wanted to put him forward so he had a bit more range so they couldn't fly out of his attack range when the ultimate was up. Yeah, we'll see if the effectiveness holds out when I do have something else. But good God, I need some reinforcements. Can they please bring out the Praetus banner already? Or the Valderon banner? Or the Yovar banner? I don't care. Let me pull my Ancients, please. Ancients, please. You keep giving us these kind of junky Ancients. I mean, I guess Solkadins is up right now. I don't really want him. He's good, don't get me wrong. But I've already got Twin Fiend. I've already got Twin Fiend A1. I don't need an Infernal Legendary Lord, and Solkadins just does not bring enough to the table for me to want to use him. He's good in Guild Boss, but he's not really any better than Twin Fiend in my experience. I think he probably can be, but it's marginal. It's not a huge increase. So, and plus, I'm already basically placing in top 10 to top 15 Guild Boss on the world rankings every single day anyway. I'm getting close to doubling the 50k requirement, so I don't really need to bump up my Guild Boss damage anymore. And where else are you using Solkadins that you really need him? He's decent in Guild Wars, but I can say from experience at the higher levels up in Overlord, Guild War, you're not really seeing Solkadins used all that effectively. He is used sometimes, but it's not a defense that really holds up all that well, so I don't really need him for that. I'd honestly much prefer a Cyrus for that. If I could get a Cyrus in play, that would be amazing. Praetus would be even better. Valderon, I've seen some effective defenses with Valderon, and he's been my most wanted since I knew that he was coming into the game. So I'm really excited about him. But good God, do you have to tax us for months and months and months without giving us the opportunity to really effectively get these heroes? I wish they would just put something. I mean, we've had a bunch of things that the community has really reacted really negatively to in this game. Throw us a bone. And that bone should not be giving us more arena battles when we are when we're complaining about the arena game mode. So nobody wants to do the arena. That's the problem. Don't give us more chances at it. That is the issue. So fix that, please. Anyway, rant off. Let's get to the fights. I can show you how I did. I will caution everybody, the BP that we are going against in all of these fights is significantly lower. And so all of these strategies, you should take them with a grain of salt. I tried to use strategies that I knew would be effective against BP opponents that were significantly higher so that they would be translatable. But the results that I'm getting here, the way that I'm steamrolling some of these defenses, is not really realistic. In particular, the ones that took place in the center, which is when I really started to attack. So in any case, guys, I do appreciate you watching. Let's get into those fights. All right, guys, so I promised more central keeps. Unfortunately, most of them are dead, so we're going after this one. This is a strategy that my guildmate Tanya did use earlier today. It did seem to have success, so we're going to give it a go. We are going to start off with some of these epic defenders. We're going to send them in, send 2 in, and then we're going to drop 4 of these rare tanks in as well. And then when they get to about the turn here, as they come down the middle path there, then we're going to send in 4 of our exploding bugs. Hopefully they're going to get through. They're going to take out Eloin, and then we'll follow up with dogs and also these axe slaughterers. Hopefully we're going to take out the rest of the team after the healer's dead, but that is the plan right now. Let's see if it works. I do have some pretty high affiliations on here, so I'm hopeful this is going to work out the way I want it to. The way that Matanya drew it up. So let's get started with our tanks right here. We're just going to let the cost regenerate back up to 10. Right when we get back up to 10, we will deploy another one of these epic tanks. There's another one, right? You can watch the cost regenerate down in the bottom. There's a tracker down there, so that does help out for sure. We'll get back up to 10, and then we'll drop in epics, and I am going to click on somebody when we get close to that. So, all right there. Drop in 1 and 2. We'll click off, let it go. We're gonna drop in the exploders right when these guys get down to this turn down in the middle. That is the plan. And timing wise, we should give the rare tanks enough time to get through that way. We gotta get up to 6 costs, don't we? Almost there. You can see it ticking up in the corner. Let's drop in the first set. We're just going to wait until that ticks up to 3. There it is. All right, we can drop the second set now. Hopefully that timing's good. We'll see. We just need the rare tanks to get there and take up some of the blocks so that we can get the exploders through, and then hopefully pop Eloin. That is the plan right now. So let's see. We're going to get her. There she goes. Looks like we killed Torodor. We took one of Torodor's lives there, which is nice. Now we're just going to follow up with these guys, and hopefully we're gonna tick through and be able to get Torodor down. But he's just not taking any damage. That's kind of crazy. As you can see, it is a little bit tight right now. We only have... Oh, I see. They're hung up on Baron. That's what's going on. So send in 1 set here. Baron is just still going. There we go. Now Torodor's going down. Now, okay. There we go. We broke through. All right. So that worked well. We're going to do that one more time. Okay, guys, we are going to give this one a go. So, unfortunately, this is the last center keep that is up. We do have 2 defenses on here, as we can see. I will try the other one after I do this one. But the first one is unbeaten. So, these are the 2 that are still up. The first one's unbeaten. I don't know that anybody's actually tried it at this point. Nope, doesn't look like it. So we're going to be the first ones to give this one a go. I will note the BP is rather low, so I don't know that this is really going to be representative of, yeah, we out-BP it. We out-gear this one. So we should win, theoretically, but, you know, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So generally, my idea here, I'm going to send in the rare dogs initially just to pop ultimates, get Silas out of the way. I'm going to follow up with these, with one of these Pharaoh guards. That's going to be the next one up. Then we're going to follow up with some of these big beastie boys, the AoE guys, and hopefully they're going to take out at least Aracha. That would be nice. I'd love to get down the other gentleman here, whose name I can't remember, Baron. We're going to get Baron down, and then we're going to basically try to overwhelm them. That is the plan. Is it going to work? I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm a little bit worried about this. I did see a similar attack go against another team that was similar. That team was more physical damage focused, though. So there is some concern on my part that we are going to get these big boys, the AoE smash tanks, that they are going to get chewed through by Valk. But you know what? We've already kind of won this one, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. We're going to see if this works. If not, we're going to go back. We're going to iterate. We're going to see if we can't figure out how to adjust our attacks and get this one down. So that's the plan. Let's see if it works. Okay, so first things first, we're going to get up to 10 costs. Then we will send in one of these dogs. We're going to watch that timer up there. And there we go. Drop it right as that cost regeneration hits the end of that circle there. So we're going to send this guy in. Once we get up to 10 costs, which is going to be in a second, send in this guy. There we go. Silas just popped his thing. And I think we'll wait until we have 10 costs so that we can minimize the amount of spacing between these two big smash tanks, because we want them hitting it at once, if at all possible. So we're going to try not to overwhelm them that way. And then after that, we'll just start dropping in these shadow casters once we do have both of the smash tanks out. See, we still got 2 minutes left. God, they're slow. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because I only have so much time. Silas is most definitely going to get his ultimate up shortly, and then he's going to take out that Pharaoh. Drop them. Drop another set. So we're going to put more pressure on there. Hopefully we can take out Baron. Ideally here, Silas is not... There we go. So that's what we wanted. So Silas's ultimate got eaten up by the... Yeah, so we're good. They just don't have enough BP to counter this, is really what happens at the end of the day. So, was what it was. I'll take the win. I'm going to run that one more time, but I'm not going to make you guys watch that. So I will be back with the next fight when we try to go against the other central keep defense on here. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are going to bomb this one. So the general plan, we're going to do this a little bit differently than I normally do. I'm going to send in these rare tank busters right off the bat, because we're going to have enough cost to deploy them immediately. The hope is that we can get them in there before the ultimates are up for Silas and for Zilitu. That's the plan. I'm really just more doing this to play around with it to see if I can't make it happen. I think we might be able to take out Abom. At the very least, we're going to trigger the ultimates and get those ticking, and then we'll just wait for the ultimates to come up, and then we'll do bombs, and then we'll fly over afterwards. But you never know. Given the BP of the enemy team, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit more traction with these rare tank busters than I might expect. But I have brought in other heroes to compensate for it, so we can revert back to the bomb strategy if we don't get as much down as I think we will. And on top of that, these epic flyers, they are legendary flyers, excuse me. They should be able to take down both Silas and Zilitu without getting touched, as long as I time the ults well, and I'm not sending them in when Silas and Zilitu have their ults active. So that's going to be the plan. We will see if it works. It should work. Really, I'm just kind of messing around at this point. We've already won this match, so let's see how it goes. Okay, turn on 1x speed. Then we're going to do this, and then we're going to deploy 1 and 2. And then we're going to let it tick off. We're going to let them roll in. Now, unfortunately, Zilitu's ult is up, and as Silas is up, I might have mistimed that, because Silas, this is what I was worried about. I guess Silas's is not going to be up. Let's see if we can't. There, A-bomb gets popped. There we go. Yeah, see, they're getting a lot more traction than I initially thought. They're not going to need anything. We're just gonna walk in. So, Could have done that with one, but we didn't. We brought 5 just to be safe. It's always a good idea. But as you can see, BP is kind of king in this game mode. When you massively out BP the other team, good things happen. So word to the wise. Anyway, I'm going to run that one again. I will be right back with the final matchup. All right, guys, we have this final matchup. This is what we're going to do. I am going to try to use... I think honestly, I could just fly over this, truth be told, given the BP difference, but I'm not going to risk that. And actually, as I'm thinking about this, this is a double tank team. They do have a Lord in theory, so that they are boosting Nocturne and also Brokkir with Harz, so they're getting some BP boost that way. But even still, for a double tank team, mid 300k battle power is not really... it's not really that low at the end of the day. So this is a reasonably well-geared team. So what we're going to do, before anybody can get their ults off, which is kind of key here, we're going to pop Brokkir's Unyielding by sending in the rare tank busters that I used in the last fight. If we get lucky, or if his team is not geared as well as I think it is, then who knows? Maybe we end up killing Brokkir. That could happen as well. But if not, what we're going to do after that, we're going to wait until ultimates are down. We will probably then send in a round of these tank busters, and we'll see where we're at. Once the tanks are down, we can send in the flyers and some of these other guys as well. I'm being a little bit cocky here. I don't know that I necessarily need to bring in all these tank busters. It might be better served by bringing in a set of dogs, which, you know, as I'm thinking about it, I think I will do that. I don't need all these tank busters, I don't think. So we are going to bring in some dogs so we can overwhelm if we need to. Let's do that instead. Just in case we struggle and we get stuck. I don't want to lose this one, obviously. So let's see. We took out... I'm going to mess with my affiliations here. I'm going to put the dogs on the last one, and we'll switch the Shadowcasters to the top affiliation so they get a little bit more damage. And that's helpful. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right. So, same strat. Instead of when we do our second round of tank busters, so the Shadowcasters, it's going to be all Shadowcasters instead of doing a combo Shadowcasters and Axolotls. I think we'll be good. But if not, we'll iterate. We'll figure it out. So, let's give it a go. The first thing I'm going to do, which I didn't do last time, I'm just spam clicking Brokkir so that I can stop time, and then we're just going to drop 1 as soon as they appear, and 2. We're going to see what this nets us. I think at minimum we'll get Brokkir's Unyielding. There's the Unyielding. Now the question is, can they kill them before the Unyielding drops? Because if they don't, then Brokkir's going to die, and it looks like he's going to die, and it looks like Harz is going to die right afterwards. And it looks like we're going to get in. So, yeah, this is what happens when you're going against a team that you outgear significantly. I mean, it is what it is at this point. That is going to be the last one for me today. I was tempted to do, spread my fights out a little bit and show you some different defenses. But at the end of the day, these defenses are just not all that challenging. And I don't know that you're really going to get all that much from watching me do them, because... Even if these strategies are flawed, they are more than likely going to work because of the BP difference. So no matter what I come up with, it's not really going to be representative of something that you can try and replicate if you do encounter a similar defense. If you do have good gear and leveled up demon soldiers like I do, then yeah, it's something that will work for you. So it'll help you out that way. But for right now, I think that's just going to be it for the video. I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy the content. I'm sorry I only put out one Guild Wars video this week, and I'm sorry that the competition was not all that engaging. You know, at the end of the day, it wasn't really a challenge for me. So I do think it, hopefully some of it helps. I think the theory is always helpful, even if in practice, maybe we overthought some of these, because clearly the BP is not up to snuff on the opponent. So anyway, guys, I've been Blunt Guts. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your own attacks. I'll see you all next season.